No live organism can continue for long to exist under conditions of absolute reality.
Kevin, that's so bad. Can we do something else?
Okay, so now that that little situation is done, let's just get right into it. Shirley Jackson's The Haunting of Hill House focused on four main characters: Luke Sanderson, Eleanor Vance, Dr. Montague, and Theodora. To anybody who's read the book, it's clear that Eleanor is obviously the most interesting character. She's such a strange and quirky person, and it's hard to pin down what kind of person she is. She starts off with an interesting background, in combination with Hill House, is like a catalyst for her quick and drastic changes as a character. From the beginning, she's had to cope with the death of her mother, but unlike most people, being relieved of her duties as her mother's care person gives her actually a sense of freedom and adulthood. She couldn't be happier in the beginning. Jackson literally writes that Eleanor had been waiting for something like Hill House. Eleanor was not afraid, and that Eleanor would have gone anywhere. And even after she gets to the house and senses how grim and evil it is, she told herself that she was brave and that she could do it. But one of the most obvious examples of her new optimism and happiness is shown when Theo gets to the house.
Oh wow, this house is so nice. Oh hi, I'm Theodora. I'm here for Dr. Montague's supernatural experiment. Can I come in? Okay.
That's cool. Somebody's here. Somebody. Thank goodness you're here. Thank goodness somebody's here.
Oh hi, I'm Theodora.
Theodora.
Just Theodora. This
Oh.
splitting house.
My name is Eleanor Vance. Come on up. You can tell her to give you the room next to mine.
What's with that?
Wait till you see our bedrooms.
Oh wow, it's the home I've always dreamed of. A little hideaway where I can be alone with my thoughts, particularly if my thoughts are about murder or suicide.
Green room.
Okay.
What?
Green room. I set dinner at 6 on the sideboard. You can serve yourselves. I clear up in the morning. That's the way I agreed to do.
You're frightened.
Well, I was just alone, that's all.
I would say after 6, not after it gets dark.
Okay, that was good and all, but let's take a second to think about this. Eleanor has spent her entire adult life taking care of her mother, and she's had no outside experiences. Although she might be 30-some years old mentally, she's had no adult experience, and she's been isolated from the rest of the world. And her first experience living in a haunted house with 3 other adults just wasn't a smart idea from the start, to be honest. You know, these factors start taking a big toll on Nell throughout the course of the story, and it really shows after a few events occur, like the writing on the wall scene.
Eleanor,
What?
come look outside. I didn't notice this before.
What is it?
Can you read that?
Why is it me? Why is it always me? Although it's normal to be distressed at a supernatural event, like for example, if my name was written on the wall, I would probably be out of here in like 3 seconds. But she is able to stay in the house. However, she decides to lash out at the group, which is not good. She decides to shout, "You think I want to see my name scribbled all over this foul house? You think I like the idea that I'm the center of attention? I'm not the spoiled baby after all. I don't like being singled out." Time and time again, we see these temper tantrums as they develop more and more. In fact, they even start to become violent, which is really, really bad. This is shown when Theo's room is covered in blood, and she becomes the center of attention. Eleanor is jealous and apparently can't handle it, she literally thinks about how she would like to hit her with a stick and batter her with rocks. In the end, the house becomes too much for Nell, and she breaks. Mother, is that you?
Yeah.
After this, everyone decides they're done with Eleanor, and I would too if I was there, you know. She's kind of a mess. She's just too much to handle, and they put her in her car, and she does it. She really, really, really does it by herself. And that is how the cookie crumbles. Eleanor's lack of life experiences make her unable to function in any situation outside of home. Even still, to the very end, she doesn't realize how sad of an adult child she is with no social skills. This is ultimately why being forced to leave the house upsets her, because she sees it as her first good experience she's ever had. Okay, so as you've seen through our little segment that we just did, Eleanor, obviously a very unhappy little woman, finds hope and becomes more optimistic and brave than ever before. However, after she moves to Hill House, her whole life slowly goes down the path of insanity when living with a group of actual adults and some paranormal activity, until corroding away at her isolated mind to the point of suicide. Anyway, I hope this video has made our ideas clear to you, and guys, keep this on the down low, alright? Usually when we talk about this book, bad stuff happens. Wait, I think we just had a power out. Wait, no, please.